everybody. So today is Sunday. That means it's time for family movie night. And Merry Christmas. This is Christmas Eve. And so I just couldn't resist picking a very Christmas Eve even movie, if that makes sense. We're talking about Muppets Christmas Carol, and I love Christmas Carol. If you follow my blog, you know that one year at 2014, I reviewed like over 30 versions of Christmas Carol. There's really only a couple versions that I don't enjoy on some level, and Muppet Christmas Carol is my favorite non-traditional version of Christmas Carol. This movie has such heart. It stays very close to the book, and yet it's still really fun and different. And so I really love it, and I think that you and your family will really love it too. And one of the reasons why it's perfect for Christmas Eve is that it has a song called Only One More Night Till Christmas. And
there's something in the wind today that's good for everyone. Yeah. Yes, faith is in our hearts today. We're shining like the sun. And everyone can feel it. The feeling's running deep. After all, there's only one more sleep till Christmas.
I think it's actually a real strength. It's interesting, when it first came out, a lot of people were really critical of the songs, but I actually really love the songs. And I think when it was first released, there was this like romantic kind of ballad song that they cut out. And that was a really good decision, because that song is very, very, like, not great. And so when they cut out that song, it helps the whole, you really appreciate, I think, the music. And then so I sort of wonder if maybe that soured their opinion on the music in the movie a little bit, but who knows? I really enjoy it. That's all I know. I like the music, and it's just very, very fun. And this is one of a couple of Muppets movies that are based on literature, and I really enjoy those. I think they're really solid. I really like the Treasure Island, and I really like this. And I'm more of a fan of Christmas Carol than Treasure Island, so this is obviously more my favorite, but it's really fun. You have Michael Caine as Ebenezer Scrooge. He's maybe not like my favorite Scrooge, and he definitely does sort of the winking style of Scrooge, not the sniveling, like really evil side of Scrooge. But it's a children's movie, so I mean, I think it's okay. And he's fine. He's maybe not the greatest singer in the world, but I enjoy his performance. I think he's good. And you have Kermit as Bob Cratchit, of course. And they managed to put in a ton of humor. Like, I love at the very beginning, there's all these bookkeepers. The rats are all these bookkeepers, and they want another lump of coal for the fire. And Scrooge says, "Would you like to have more coal on the unemployment line?" And also, "This is my island in the sun." And then Kermit's like, "I believe you convinced them." I love that. Those kind of jokes, I think, are really funny. Introduction to Scrooge with Scrooge. And that's a really catchy song.
There goes Mr. Humbug. There goes Mr. Grim. If they gave a prize for being mean, the winner would be him. Old Scrooge, he loves his money 'cause he thinks it gives him power. If he became a flavor, you can bet he would be sour.
I have here that's very creative, a way to bring in the story into a children's story, like Gonzo playing Charles Dickens, and Rizzo is his accompaniment, and he was always out looking for food and everything. It's pretty funny. I actually recite a ton of the text. It's very accurate for a version of Christmas Carol. Instead of Jacob Marley in this one, we have Jacob and Robert Marley, who are Statler and Waldorf, and I think that was a brilliant choice. They sing a song, and they warn Scrooge, "You're doomed, Scrooge, you're doomed for all time." Really fun stuff. Then we get our first ghost. And this is not a Muppet. This is it's just a kind of a classic Ghost of Christmas Past. And but we see him growing up. Sam Eagle is the head of the school that Scrooge is at as a child. And it's just funny, and he's like, "It's the American way." And then whispering, "It's the British way." There's just lots of funny jokes like that. So it keeps it from being too scary or too boring for a kid. And then we get to the Fezziwigs, which of course is Fozzie. It would have to be Fozzie. And that's where they meet Belle, who is played by Meredith Braun. And she's fine. She's a little bland. So then we get to meet Ghost of Christmas Present. And I think that this is a unique Muppet just for this movie. I don't remember seeing this giant character in any other Muppets films. But then we of course get to see the Cratchits. And this is really fun because this is the only Muppet movie where Kermit and Piggy are actually married, and it's so hilarious because all the boys' children are all frogs and all the girl children are pigs, which is just so funny. And you've got cute little Tiny Tim frog and adorable. It's just really, really cute. And finally, we end up with Christmas Future, and they do step away before Christmas Future from Gonzo and Rizzo, and we just get to kind of experience it, and it can be pretty scary, but they kind of address it and they sort of make fun of it, so it works. And everybody's just so familiar with this story that I think it's not a problem. And so we get to see a very clever take on the businessman and on the old Joe character, who's a spider in this case. I thought it was very clever the way they do it. And I think that Michael Caine has a lot of fun with the, what I call crazy Scrooge, where he's going through the town and just so excited and so happy. And Dr. Honeydew, who are, of course, the people that are soliciting funds for the poor. And that's a really cute scene because Beaker gives him his scarf and he says, "This is my first Christmas present." And that's really, really cute. And it's just adorable. And so I really like the songs. I really like the script. It has total heart. I love when he sees the Cratchits again in the future, about how meetings and partings are part of life, but we will never forget this first parting that we've had among us. We'll never forget Tiny Tim. Oh, it's perfect. And so I love this version of Christmas Carol. I think it is so good. And so let me know what you think of Muppets Christmas Carol. Is it a favorite of yours? What is your favorite Christmas Carol? My favorite traditional Christmas Carol is the 1951 version with Alistair Sims. If you want to hear some of my thoughts on that, you can listen to the podcast that we did, or go over to Jonathan North's channel, which I'll put a link on. He's been doing Christmas Carol reviews all month. You should definitely subscribe to his channel, and you should watch those videos. And we talked about the 1951 version in detail on one of his videos. So let me know what you think of this one, and thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you later. Bye!
It is the season of the heart, a special time of caring, the ways of love made clear. It is the season of the spirit, the message, if we hear it, is make it